Welcome to this review of the Sony Xperia Z2. This Z2 has great specs, but does that make it a great smartphone? I wasn't convinced in the predecessor, the Z1, but the Z2? Completely different story. Sure, it's, as you can see, a bit hard to handle with one hand, and it does slip off the couch with those glass back panels, but it has a very premium feel, so if you can handle the size, go for it. But you do get a lot in return for carrying such a big phone. Like, for instance, you can take a shower with it, no problem. It's also dust resistant, but not shock resistant. Keep that in mind, those glass panels will break. There's a ton of things you can do with the Sony Xperia Z2 camera, but you probably never will. The 4K video shooting tends to overheat. No, not tends. It really just overheats and crashes. But there is a great autofocus mode on this camera and a dedicated camera button. It makes it a fantastic camera for smartphone use overall. So, we've got a big phone with a premium feel that can take a shower, and it has a great camera. But what about the software? The software could have been better, but I don't really have a lot of complaints. I still think some ugly elements ruin the experience, and that's why I installed a launcher. Like you see here, it doesn't fix everything. Now, the screen has a bigger problem. It is not as visible as you would like it to be outside, but for media, it's great. The Z2 also has front-facing speakers, but they're not as great as I'd like them to be. Something that is great, if not fantastic, is the battery life of this phone. It's just amazing. I have never been as happy with the battery life on my smartphone as I have been with the Sony Xperia Z2. So this phone overall is just great, really it is. If you can handle its big size and the somewhat awkward handling, maybe even remarks from people saying you've got a really big phone, go for it. Great smartphone.